It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Hawks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. Hello, Holly.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. Again, it's Brown. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
The Hawks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside, you see him moving outside, you see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Cherry. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Hawks will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see what he can do with it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Just feeds the running back. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Here's Mensah to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fletcher. There's some room. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Now on first down from the 40. The run inside. It's Fletcher.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gives it on the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Third and 6 yards to go. So Miami signals for a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Third and 6 yards to go. Mensah. Complete. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. The snap sets up to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Offense in a bunch formation. Back to pass, it's Cherry. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hawks.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Back to the ground with the running back. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. It's complete on the right side. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
You might just think that dude's a power back, but what a great job coming out of the backfield, becoming a wide receiver, and then guess what? When he gets in the open field, that's not a lot of fun to try to bring to the ground. That's a big boy.
And the Hurricanes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Really nice job by this defense. 1st down was not successful. They get the 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Throwing, Mensah. Makes the grab. Powers through. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. The give on the option. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy.
Maybe a crease. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Fletcher. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen him. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now first and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a fourth down, try to make them kick a field goal.
With the run on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here's Mensah to throw. Finds his man. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They got Zippo zilch on the last play. Now it's third and goal from the 1. Complete. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Put 6 on the board.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Running inside, it's Brown. Here's a little room there. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Touchdown, the field.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Mensah. He's got him. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Pringle. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Makes the catch. It's Pringle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Finds his man. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He might want another play. To the air, it's Cherry. Fires one high and deep. Got it down the field. Gashing the D on the right. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Cyclones with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He stopped in his tracks. They didn't lose yardage on this one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Throwing, Mensah. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He's brought down. A short return to the defense. Comes out on top with a pick.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force third and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. One more time, it's Brown. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. Skips away from pressure. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner will be dragged down. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Benson to throw. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Gonna run it. It's Pringle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Canes decide to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. Here comes the heat. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. The Hawks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this. Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off for Brown. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Mensah. Caught behind the line. It's Lofton. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. So Miami signals for a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. The run from the shotgun. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Brown again. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
The Hawks are facing 3rd and inches. Now the play fake. Now adjusting. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. One more time, it's Brown. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
This is as big a play as we've had in this game. 3rd down and 3. To throw, it's Cherry. Using the quick game. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. The quick out. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The Hawks enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Brown again. Open space at the 25. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Hawks. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They go 83 yards on the drive, and that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Blasted as he lets it go. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And it comes up empty there, but that's exactly what this offense needs to keep doing, man. Keep throwing the football. Like, don't quit. Don't give up. I know you're down a couple of possessions, but you want to show your team, man, that we're always going to fight no matter what the scoreboard is. That's what we are. That's who we are. We're competitive, and we're going to keep getting better, and that's the goal of this squad.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive?
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Throwing, Mensah. Fires to the right. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Break, here we go. Squares.
Looking for a man, it's Cherry. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0.